Hey, what's up? What's up to everybody who's watching online? Listen, if you have just a few minutes tonight, I'm going to bless you with something really, really cool. I'm going to teach you how to start your own middleman business using only your smartphone without having to go anywhere, without having to leave your house, without having to do any of the work. So normally I don't get the opportunity to come on this late at night. It's probably, I don't know, about 6 o'clock or something here in Dallas. And so I don't usually typically get to come on this time of night, but I wanted to do a special video for everybody who's been chiming in and asking what is a middleman company. And so I just want to do a short video and just share with you guys how the middleman business works, right? So what's a middleman business model? And so if you see behind me, if you look on the board, by the way, I'm Sean John, founder and CEO of middlemanceo.com. If you would like to get in the masterclass and learn how to build your own business, I'm going to put a link in the comments below. If you want to get into a live training this Thursday night, just write the word yes in the comments and you'll get the link. It's absolutely free. And I'm going to give you some information that's going to change your life. So real quick, if you look on the board, you're going to see three words written on the board. Those words are book, deposit, and dispatch. The reason I put these words up here because a middleman company simply books, deposits, and dispatch. So this is where we find the customer. This is where we get paid. And this is this is probably my favorite part. We send the work to somebody else. So when you have a middleman company, you don't have to do the work, guys. Does that make sense? Bring it in a little closer so you guys can see it even better. But when you have a middleman company, you do not have to do the work. So the work is going to be something that's going to be carried out by your ISPs or your independent service providers. So I'll change the colors just so you can follow me. And if you have a question or comment, do it really quickly because I'm not going to be on long. I'm usually on longer than I plan to be, but tonight I'm gonna make sure that I'm off in time. And so book is simply where you go out and get a customer. That's all the booking refers to. And then the deposit is simply where you get paid. That's going to get you paid. And then dispatch is simply where you're going to find your ISP. All right, so let's run through it really quickly. So when you book using the middleman model the same way I do. So in 2017, I used to have a moving service. I had my own physical moving service where I would go out and physically move customers using my hands, right? It wasn't pretty and it didn't feel good. But I did that from 2017 to 2020. And in 2020, I found a new way of doing my moving service. So if you go online today, I still have my moving service. Only difference now, as opposed to then, is I do not have trucks, I don't have crew, I don't have tools, I don't have an office, I don't have any of that. And yet I make more money today than I ever did with my moving service, and I don't have to do any of the work. Why? Because I simply get the dispatch. So here's what I want you to know, that you can book simply means that you find a customer, you take a deposit, which means that's where you get paid, and then you go ahead and dispatch it to anyone who's in your network who does the work. So for instance, if you find someone, for instance, if you want to try, because I give you a list, by the way, if you'd like to get my list of the 10 best middleman companies to start today, I did the research, I did the homework for you. So I got a list of my 10 favorites. There's probably 50, but I just narrowed it down to my favorite 10. And I also have the average deposits that you can take, right? And so we'll just start right there. And hopefully you get more, but I always recommend that you get nothing less than $150 deposit. That way, if you take only 3 bookings a day, which is not a whole lot, these bookings only take 5 to 10 minutes max. So even if they take 10 minutes, that's 30 minutes that it takes to book. And sometimes it doesn't take less than that. Sometimes it does, it takes less than that because a lot of time customers will just text you. So it doesn't really take a phone call. So there's 3 ways you can go about the booking. You can get a phone call where the customer contacts you and you go through the routine to get them booked. You can also get a text message. So I don't want you to think the only way that a customer can get in touch with you is through calling you directly. I want you to know that times have changed. And so there's 3 ways that a customer can get in touch with you, and I'll share them with you real quick. A customer can simply call you, a customer can text you, or a customer can simply just email you. A customer can do all of these things. They can call you, they can text you, they can email you, and then you can book the customers through call, text, or email. That's the great part about it is you don't always physically have to talk to a customer. So I've taken customer orders and booked customers through text and through email. And I'll show you how to do that in the course. But I want you to learn that if you have a smartphone, and I know you do because you're probably watching me on it, then you have the ability, you have everything you need to do this and be successful, right? So it's very, very simple. You book, you get paid, and you dispatch. So I want to show you something real quick, just in case you were wondering, because I can read your mind. Some of you, I told you, I'm ahead of you. I can read your mind. A lot of you are probably thinking, well, how do I know this works? Because here's a guy, a random guy on YouTube that you don't know, who's not a multimillionaire, who's not claiming to be, who's not telling you could be a millionaire overnight, who's not telling you could get rich doing nothing. I'm not that guy. Who's not giving you fluff. And this guy's on YouTube telling you that you can run a business successfully using only your smartphone without leaving the house. Exactly. And I'll show it to you. So when you say, how do I know this will work? Great question. I want to ask you a question. And if the answer is yes, just let me know in the comments or hit thumbs up. Have you ever heard of a company called Uber? Has anybody ever heard of a company called Uber? What about a company called Airbnb? Has anybody heard of a company called Uber? Has anybody heard of a company called Airbnb? What about a company called Instacart? Has anybody heard of a company called Instacart? What about a company called Tinder? Some of you won't admit to this one, but I know you're on Tinder. Has anybody heard of a company called Tinder? Now, what does all four of these companies have in common? Because I want you to know these companies are successful, and combined, these companies are probably worth $100 billion. I didn't say Millie, I said Billy. These companies are probably worth, I want you to get as close as you can. I know you don't want to see my ugly mug, but I just want you to see this because it's that important, right? Not me, but what I'm saying to you is that important. So these companies are worth billions of dollars combined and separate. And a lot of these companies, if I'm not mistaken, they're public, which means they trade stock in these companies. So Uber, what does Uber do? Uber simply, here's what, follow me, find a customer, find a business to do it, or somebody, they find a rider, they find a driver, they match them together, pair them, and then they get paid in the gap. Where are we? We're getting paid in the gap. Uber gets paid in the gap. So Uber finds a rider and a driver. They match on the Uber platform. Uber books them and gets paid their own commission. All right. That's Uber for those of you who don't know. All right. Let's look at Airbnb. What's Airbnb? Airbnb simply finds a customer who needs a place to stay, finds someone who's willing to give up their place, and then on their platform, Airbnb middleman matches them, introduces them, and gets paid a commission for doing so. Are y'all following me? All right. For those of you who are stubborn, yeah, because I know there's some stubborn ones on here, let's keep going. Have you ever heard of Instacart? That time you ordered food, you couldn't go out and get it, and they brought it to you? Well, here's what that took. That took someone who's willing to get in their car and go get your food, and then someone who's willing to pay to get it delivered to them. Right? And what did Instacart do? Did Instacart go out and get your food? No. They simply middleman the process by letting you know that there was somebody who needed your help and somebody who's willing to pay, and they got paid in the gap. Does Uber go out and drive you around? No. Do you see Uber cabs? Does Airbnb give up their house? Do they own a house and share with you? No. Okay, what about Tinder? Tinder's a platform where you can go and meet other individuals, potentially to hook up, have a date, or whatever, right? So Tinder is a platform that introduces her to him and him to her. Now, does Tinder own any of these individuals? No. They simply created a table where you can sit and meet strangers. So if for any amount of time that you're thinking that having a middleman business doesn't work, I just want to show you proof of concept. Proof of concept simply means it's been done. Okay, simply means it works. They're already doing it, right? When the guys say, hey, is there any proof of concept when they're on Shark Tank? They're asking, hey, is there a market? Has the market responded? How do we know the market wants this? Well, I just showed you 4 examples, not 4 small examples. These examples are worth billions and billions of dollars. So, and you as a middleman, you don't even need the billion. You're happy with 200,000 a year, 150,000 a year. I got news for you. If you make $150,000 a year, inflation is not going to bother you. That's an inflation proof number. Should do a video about that. You want to be inflation proof? You want to know, well, Sean, how much does it take to not feel the pinch of inflation? I got you. Make 150K a year. You won't feel inflation. You won't even notice it. You'll be like, how much is the gas? I don't even look at it. Don't know. How much was my groceries? Have no idea. I just swipe and go. You put that in the bank's going to give you 100,000 in credit, just a revolving line of credit anyway, just for having that in the bank. Don't ask me how I know, but I know. So again, guys, I was broke and homeless in 2017. Now I'm living in a home with a home office, beautiful family, amazing kids, beautiful wife, and just having the time of my life. And so I never thought anybody would be interested in doing what I've learned to do in 2020, because my first year I made 77 grand. It wasn't even 100 grand. So I was thinking nobody's gonna get excited about this. But I was wrong. You know, as soon as I started telling people, hey, I'm gonna teach you how to do what I do, guys and girls were jumping into the masterclass, clicking, buying. I'm getting these alerts. Hey, I've enrolled. First thing I do, because I'm not like all the other coaches, I'll reach out to you. Hey, go through the masterclass. It's about 6 hours. I got a bunch of training and bonuses in there. As soon as you finish, email me and let me know. And then I'm going to reach out to you. We're going to have a conversation, because I don't want to just leave you there. I want to help you to grow your business. So it's one thing to show you and leave. I don't want to do that, to show and go. That's not me. I want to show you how to build a business, but I'm going to be there with you every step of the way. Right? I'm going to be there with you as much as I can, because I still have my own business. So I can't be with you guys all day long. Some of you email me and text me all day long, but I can't always get to you. And if you email me or text me after 6 o'clock on a weeknight, I'm out. I'm out of the office already. I'm at home with family and kids, small kids. So guys, understand. But if you email me at 8 o'clock the next morning, I'm back. So anytime between like 8 and 5 o'clock, you could get to me. Anytime after that or on weekends, I'm out. I got kids, I got family, so we're always doing something. But during the week, if I'm not doing anything, if I'm not trying to grow, because right now, even though I have the moving service, jumpinjackmovers.com, and we don't own trucks, you won't find trucks, you won't find any of that. I have no crew, no anything. All I do is simply submit the work to my VA. My VA answers the calls. My VA does everything. The VA books through text, email, or call. The VA takes our deposit. So say our deposit is $150, because I always recommend you get around that average. Sometimes it'd be a little less, sometimes a little more. There were days when I was taking $75 deposits. I'm gonna be honest with you, but $75 deposit in 5 minutes still ain't bad. Okay, so we try to take about $150 on average. I try to teach you guys how to do that. Now we're going into Jumpin' Jack Cleaners, where we're going to be doing the cleaning service too. And again, you might ask, well, Sean, what do you know about cleaning? Nothing. But I'm not going to be cleaning. I'm building a business, not a job. All I'm going to do is find cleaners who need customers, and then I'm going to go get customers for them, and then I'm going to send the work to them. And in exchange for doing that, I'm going to take my commission in the form of a deposit. So if I find a cleaner, if I go out and find a cleaner company and they say, hey, I need work. Okay, perfect. Check. And then I'm going to say, hey, I'll be right back with your customer. Got a customer. Check. I'm going to take my deposit. Check. I'm going to send the work to you. You go out and perform at a high level. If you do a great job, we'll do this again. I made $150, never left the house. Now, if I do that only 2 times a day, because I don't want to blow your mind and give you some hype, let's just say you only get 2 calls a day. Still, $300. You do $300 in a week. Let's say you only do 5 days a week, because I don't recommend you work every day. Take some time off, enjoy life. You do 5 days a week. Okay, you're making $1,500 a week. And that's $6,000 per month. $6,000 per month, 72K for the year. My question to you is, how much better would your life be if you learned how to make $72,000 a year without having to go to work? Now, don't quit your job. Keep your job until this thing grows. Then fire your boss. All right, guys, I've been on here long enough. If you have a question or comment, please drop it. I'll try to get to it. If I can't, someone else, my assistant, will respond for me. But again, if you want to learn how to start your own middleman business, build your own company using only your smartphone, and then after about 3 to 6 months, transfer the work to a VA where you don't do anything, then I'm about to change your life and you're on the right channel. Some of you, you've been looking for this opportunity. I'm telling you, you're not here by accident. I'm about to bless you and change your life. If you want to get in the masterclass and get started right now because you're a go-getter and you know what opportunity you're looking at and you're ready to move, it's on sale. Please get it ASAP. It's going to cost a lot more, 3 times more. I'll let you in a little secret. The course is going to be $997 very soon. Right now, it's only $297. That's it. Please get it. Go through the course. It's got some great information. Best of all, you're going to be talking to me one-on-one. We're going to mix it up, go over your business, work with you step by step. Nobody's going to give you that for $297. No coach. But I am, because I want you to succeed. And if you want to get into the live training on Thursday night, reply yes in the comments. Otherwise, I'm going to drop the link for the masterclass. You can go right to it, and then you'll be one-on-one with me. Otherwise, guys, I got to go. It's been an awesome night. Be blessed by the best. And I'm telling you, don't miss this opportunity to change your life. Don't miss this opportunity to bless your family. Please do, okay? All right, take care, guys. Peace.